So we are back. I was on vacation for like 3 weeks. So I just got back and I started right away. No breaks, no nothing. Just next day, boom. Shoulders, chest, and biceps. My split is kind of weird now, but I think it's gonna work. And it's not like just one split, it's like two split. I changed a lot of stuff. Like I'm trying out a lot of new things because in those 3 weeks that I was in DR, like I learned a bunch of new stuff because I did like a bunch of research and this and that. It was mainly nutrition based things, but I did learn quite a few exercise things as well. I mean, this exercise being one of them. Um, this is a phenomenal like rear delt exercise, which I actually found like what 4 days ago, like on TikTok or something. And man, it's like an A or S tier. I've never felt my rear delts like that. And then that stretch that you get like when you lean forward. I don't know if you noticed, but man, it's actually insane. Actually insane. Like look, I just lean forward a bit, let the rear delt like really stretch, and then I do the concentric. But wow, this exercise was something else. Um I was gonna do rear delt flies with the dumbbells, not rear delt flies. It's this other exercise that's like similar to it, but you go like straight back. I don't even know, man. But yeah, I was skeptical today. Like I was taking it like kind of easy because a bit before we came back, I actually went to the gym because the hotel we were staying at had a gym, and I did narrow squats, and I did a weight that I could completely do, like no ego lifting or nothing, and like something pulled in my back. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, what the heck? Like this weight wasn't even heavy. So that kind of gave me a scare, and it's kind of telling me like even though you feel strong, like you haven't worked out in this much time, so you're probably gonna be like more prone to injury if you go heavy. So I was kind of like being a bit cautious in all this and that. I didn't want the same thing to happen. So here we're doing incline Smith, probably like the best upper chest movement ever. Now with this one, I was also being cautious. I was going up really, really like you know very, very slowly, feeling it out, seeing if there was anything pinching or whatever, whatever. Um, so at this point, what I have in mind is because I used to, when I did the concentric of the movement, I would always be like, oh, it has to be like super explosive, right? Like as if you're like a power lifter, right? But the other day I watched a video from hypertrophy coach, and he mentioned something about something along the lines of like aggressively contracting the muscle. Like it's still like kind of explosive, but it's like it's more of like an aggressive contraction. Bro, there I was like, hold on, I could do a plate in 25. I don't know why I'm doing this. But um yeah, it's more of like an aggressive contraction of the muscle. It's not so much explosiveness cuz what I was doing, I was just throwing it. Like I was just like literally throwing it. Like I wasn't feeling the muscle or anything. I was just throwing it. So I'm kind of like mixing both. Like I'm being explosive, but I'm really feeling the muscle when I'm like, doing the concentric. So I was surprised actually that I was able to do a plate in 25 because before we went on vacation, I couldn't even do this. I don't know why. I think it's just that my eating was off. Like my diet was just all over the place. I wasn't eating enough. But yeah, I was really surprised I was able to do that. Especially since that day, well, yesterday, I like at 2 and I didn't eat that much during the day. And this is like probably like around 8. So yeah, that was really surprising. So then I just lowered it by like 10 pounds here. You know, one thing I like about doing really heavy weights for like 6 to 8 reps is that when you fail, like you failed. Like let's say you're doing a plate on each side for like squeezing reps, right? Like you're just trying to feel burn. Like sure you're gonna feel burn and you're gonna feel like you reach your limit. But when it's like that, like it's really hard to tell. With heavy weights, like I know for sure, okay, I couldn't get another rep in. So I know like for certain that I took it to failure. So here I was gonna do dumbbell incline, since I see everybody like do like 2 incline movements. I'm like, let me try that. But dude, my upper chest was not having it. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this. Which I switched to this machine now, which is probably one of like the best mid chest machines out there. I was gonna do the hammer strength press, but the problem with that one is that it gets heavier at the top, and that's not what I want. What I want is for it to be heavier, like in the stretch position, because that's where you grow the most muscle. So this machine, I think, does a really good job at that, and it converges as well. So that's like a really, really nice touch to it. But yeah, I don't think you need 2 incline movements on a chest day. Because if you really take that first incline movement and do it how you're supposed to and really take it to failure, I really don't think you'll need to do like another incline movement. So I think that's just on my take from that, because literally I only did incline Smith. That's all I did. And my upper chest is super sore. Like very, very sore. So it definitely worked. I did it how I was supposed to. I controlled the eccentric, had like a 3-second eccentric. It was really explosive with the contraction. Like, I did everything that I was supposed to. And as a result, my muscle was sore. But yeah, here I raised it by like 5 pounds. I only did like 5, and then I like lowered it, like did a little drop set because I wasn't satisfied with that number. But now we move on to side delt raises on the cable machine. So like one of the times that I saw the most growth in my side delts was actually in the time that I programmed heavy cable lateral raises. Like, it was actually insane. It was actually insane. So that's the time I saw the most. I don't know why I ever took cable lateral raises out of my programming, but that was a mistake. But yeah, these, when you go heavy, you don't feel a significant burn, but trust me, you do like build muscle. You do absolutely build muscle. I'm talking from experience. And I'm using this little ankle strap thingy, which makes it a whole lot easier to use more weight, actually. And I feel it a lot more on my side delts too when I use it. So that's always a plus thing. I'm always kind of like leaning to the other side in order to like stretch the side delt more. There was a variation I wanted to try, which required both of the cables, and it required a bench. And it was like it was called a Y lateral raise, something like that, but on the cables and with ankle straps. And it looks really, really good. But unfortunately, my gym is kind of packed, so had to resort to that. Now here I'm doing flies. Now, I don't know exactly. I think I'm targeting like the overall chest and some of like my upper chest as well, from the way I'm doing it, at least from like how I felt it. I definitely felt a lot of my upper chest firing. But I think it's better to do it like this, just one incline movement, one mid / lower chest movement, and then just one fly variation, preferably one that targets your upper chest. But I feel like that's like just enough. I don't think you have to have like a bunch of like shenanigans in your chest workout to really work your chest. Like, just from these 3 movements alone, my chest today, it's done. Like, I can't. Like, it's actually done. But yeah, these felt really good. Another variation I really like is high to low flies. But yeah, I was actually gonna write down all the weights that I did on this workout, so I could like progress, like add 5 pounds like every workout. But I forgot to do that. So I did a little drop set, Um, yeah, I was gonna do high to low flies here, cause there's a freaking exercise I used to do that it was like an upper chest movement. It was like an upper chest fly, and then once you fail that, you like get on your knees, pause, and then just do like high to low flies, and that honestly felt really good. But now we move on to biceps. The only two things you will ever need, well, the only thing you'll ever need is actually just a preacher curl machine. Like, it's really not that hard. The only time I'll probably add something that's not a preacher curl machine to my bicep workout would be on an arm day. Like, in an arm day, I'll probably add something else, like not just preacher curl. But it's really simple. I do preacher curl machine normally, for the biceps, and then I switched to like a hammer curl variation. Now I did 2 sets. I don't think I recorded. Yeah, I didn't record the second set, but this is my first set of the hammer curl variation, and this one was kind of like a drop set because since I forgot to record the other one, I just dropped the weight, like turned on the camera, and then just hit the hammer curl variation real quick. But yeah, these feel really, really good. I was gonna emphasize more on them, so I was gonna go to the cable after this and do some like uh, hammer curls with the rope. But I decided to leave it at that for now because I needed to go actually, and I was just tired at this point, like very, very tired. I also didn't do a shoulder press variation um, for like my shoulders and stuff because there was already like pressing involved, so I didn't want to like press too much. Like I don't like that. Like it just fatigues me more than it needs to. So I'm just leaving the shoulder pressing for like an actual like shoulder day. But yeah, that's about it. That's about my whole workout, and I'll see y'all in the next video.